Hey guys, Sherman614 here. This is the first knife review of 2011, still getting kind of used to saying that. And I didn't get any feedback in my previous video of what review I should do first of 2011 of the new knives that I had just purchased. So I just picked one out of the my knife display box. And I just thought I'd start 2011 off with the highly underrated CRKT G-10 Drifter. Before I get into this knife too much, I'm going to show you, of course, the box, what it comes with, and everything. You know, it's just regular cardboard box that you get with just about every CRKT knife. Now this is a discontinued knife, by the way, but you can still find them. And I'll get into that. Get this little booklet. Tough knives for tough times. Now, as I stated in my unboxing, I do not own a lot of CRKT knives. Well, I don't own any. Well, I didn't own any before I bought this one, because I really just didn't dig any of their designs or anything, you know, like the Kiss and Hug, you know, I did have one of the M16 Zytels that broke on me in a day, so it kind of turned me off to them for a long time. You know, there's a bunch of different models. You get a little booklet, like almost a little mini catalog of what all different models you can get and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. I always like a good read with my knives. And also something to cut. If you want to do a cutting test, you have paper on the ready. So, of course, you know, you get the little plastic the knife comes in. So just showing you what, if you buy this knife, what all you're going to get. Start by saying this is the G10 model. They also have an all stainless steel model, and I am not into stainless steel handled knives, so I have just opted for the G10. It is a flow-through design with two pillars, so you can just blow some compressed air down in there and just clean out anything you got going on, which is nice. I always like that. Blade stop post. It has just two Torx bits on either side with a tiny little undersized lanyard hole. You really couldn't fit anything through there, to be honest. So it's just kind of aesthetically pleasing, and you can say, oh, my knife has a lanyard hole. The texturing on the G10 is reminiscent of the Spyderco Tenacious. It's kind of slick. It's not very roughly textured. The Kershaw Skyline is probably has probably some of the best texturing in that price range that you can find. The pocket clip is not reversible for any side. It comes tip down, right hand carry only, not reversible for any other side or any other position. So kind of sucks, to be honest, but you know, you get what you get. And by the way, this is a $16 knife. I paid $16.95 or something like that at Amazon.com. So you know, you get what you get. It's a $16 knife. Nice strong pocket clip. Since the G10 is not that roughly checkered, I did not have that much of a problem pulling it out of my pocket and putting it back into my pocket, so I don't think you're going to have to worry about it tearing up your pants material too much. But if you do, you can always just remove the clip and just sand it down a little bit and then put it back on. That's what I've had to do with a lot of my knives. So in terms of the liners, no, I actually don't remember if they're skeletonized or not. We'll find out here in a second. Very nice. I believe it's a Tinai coating, the titanium nitride. It has the same coating, if you're familiar with the Gerber paraframe. It's the same type of like gunmetal gray coating, but very nice. Drop point blade. I believe it's a drop point. Could be wrong. Nice little swedge on the top. Organic recurved blade, which looks really nice in my opinion. Great for cutting. Nice tip. Did not come too sharp. It's adequate. It's better than like a off-brand $16 knife. So CRKT, I think, did an okay job at that price range. but it could definitely be touched up. The back is the model number and Drifter. So very small. Well, I say very. This is probably like a medium-sized knife to some guys, but blade length on this guy is right under 3 inches, about 2 3/4, we'll just say. It's right under 3 inches. Handle length is right at 3.5, just about 3, almost 3 3/4 as well. So it's you're getting a pretty small knife here. You see in my hand. Dual thumb studs. So it's nice. The thumb studs are reminiscent of Alamar's thumb studs, how they're kind of almost doorknob shaped, if you will. With some terracing right there. You just get a really nice grip on the thumb stud and you can deploy it really fast. It also has something to do with, it has phosphor bronze bushings, which also makes the knife just pop out insanely fast, like an assisted opening knife. Some jimping on the spine of the blade back here, mainly just for aesthetics, but you can dig the fat of your thumb in there and get some adequate traction. You have to really dig the tip of your thumb in it though. You can't just rest your thumb in there, feel anything, because the top of the jimping is flush with the top of that G-10 handle. Now the handles are radiused, so it's very nice. It offers a really nice comfortable grip. The knife does not stick up out of my hand. I have, I'd say, medium-sized hands. But so it's just a smaller little EDC knife. I would compare this to a Kestrel Skyline or a Spyderco Tenacious. Now I believe that the Skyline and the Tenacious are way above this knife, but I think this would make an excellent EDC knife for most people if you're used to knives like the Tenacious or the Skyline. Or if you want something a little bit cheaper than that, then you have this knife. Liner lock, as you can see. It is a very nice liner lock. It is jimped, and it does stick up out of the handle a little bit, so it is very easy to just quickly disengage it. But it doesn't stick out so far up out of the handle that you have to worry about, you know, if in a tight grip, your finger accidentally disengaging that lock and having the blade close and cut your finger off. So I don't think you have to worry about that. So it's a very, what do you want to call it? I don't know, it just locks up very nice. There is absolutely no blade play, up and down, little side to side, but of course that could be fixed just by tightening that pivot screw. But none up and down. That is something you cannot fix yourself. That is just the lack of tight tolerances when this knife is made in the factory. So it's very impressive for a $16 knife. There's absolutely no up and down blade play, so it's kind of a rarity, but I think a lot of companies are getting it right these days, and CRKT seems to be on that wagon. And those liners, by the way, since this knife is open, are not drilled out, non-skeletonized nestled liners or nested liners. Of course, you can do that yourself, but this knife, I believe, is only about 2.8 ounces, I believe. Probably a little less than that. It's going to be lighter than the stainless steel version, so just keep that in mind. But the stainless steel version, I believe, is also a frame lock design. So yeah, it's mid-tang lockup, by the way, so it's almost all the way over. It's very nice. I was just really impressed with the lockup on this knife, none up and down. So I was really impressed with that, and the deployment speed. Like usually with knives this cheap, you're going to get a really slow deploying, stiff opening and closing knife. But all the parts were, I don't know, it just all comes together, just like it does in the Tenacious and the Skyline. So I'm probably going to do a comparison video soon, comparing this knife to a Spyderco Tenacious or a Kestrel Skyline, or even all three. So yeah, $16, you know, $17, $20, just around that price range, anywhere from $16 to $20, and you're getting a hell of a knife. I mean, you really are. Oh, I forgot to mention blade steel. I believe is 8CR13 MOV, right off the top of my head. I could be mistaken. It is not stamped on the blade, so I'm probably wrong. So if I am, I'll put it in an annotation in this video. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, you just leave them down there in the comment box, or send me a personal message. And yeah, almost a perfect EDC knife. So hope you guys enjoyed, or a rare review of a CRKT knife by Sherman 614. I can't say that you can expect more in the future, because like I said, I don't like many CRKT knives. This one just appealed to me and was very cheap, so I thought, why not? But very nice knife. If you like it, pick it up. You're not losing much money, and it's very nice quality. If you're not impressed with the edge, you can sharpen it. You know, it just doesn't take a whole lot of maintenance. You're getting some nice quality parts in a small and cheap package. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Sherman 614. Peace.